Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurasou here. Coming at you guys with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch for you guys today, and we have a lot of buyouts to go over. But before we get into it, if you guys could smash that like button, subscribe, that'd be great. The goal is 100 likes for this Market Watch. If you're buying any cards off TCG Player, please use my affiliate link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. If you guys want me to go over any cards in my next Market Watch or alert me of any buyouts, let me know in the comment section below. And thank you to those who alert me of buyouts, because sometimes I just don't know everything. Also, thank you to all my YouTube channel members. Thank you for supporting the channel and being a YouTube channel member. And thank you guys for getting the Discord to pop off a little bit. Like, it's last month and a half, it's been more active, and I love to see it. Also, guys, if you don't know, I uploaded my 3,000 sub special. I know it's late, but I'm giving away free PSA cards, and the opening is really good. I actually did not expect that special edition to be that good. I thought it was going to be kind of mid, but it was really good. And I think we only have something like 70 to 80 contestants so far, and there's 3 winners for it, so there's a pretty good chance to win a PSA card. So it's free to enter, just go enter, and we're gonna get right into it. So Ancient Warrior's Oath right over here from Rise of Duels. Now this card I thought was gonna get a reprint in the tins as a common. It could have had a secret with how popular the card was, but at least a common. But even though Konami loves to reprint commons, I guess they knew this card was worth money and they want to save it for later, because this card still hasn't had a reprint, and being from Rise of Duelists, that makes it a very rare card. Right now, this is about $9. I mean, it's a bounce on your opponent's turn. That's pretty good. And it sends a card from your hand or field to graveyard, so you could, get an effect. It is a face-up card, though, remember that, but that's usually not too much of an issue. Goatee of the Deep Beyond from Power of the Elements. Goatee is getting new support. Now, we don't know what it is exactly, but we're getting quite a few cards, which I saw coming, since a lot of the times Konami gives us an archetype and it debuts in a set, they give that archetype more support in the next set, usually. I think Mutants didn't get that for some odd reason. I may be wrong, but this card, it gains 500 attack for every banished monster, which is really, really good because only 6 gets it to 3,000. If you activate something that, banishes quite a bit here, you could get this bad boy up to like 10k pretty easily. If it's secret during your opponent's turn, you banish all cards on the field, including itself, and then during the same phase of the next turn, this card was banished from the monster zone, you special summon that banished card. Really good card overall. I actually have mine because of that reason. And right now, these are about $7 right over here. And they're selling quite a bit here. I still think if you want to play Goatee, it's cheap. I mean, your most expensive card is probably like $7. If you want to play Goatees with Mutants, that's pretty good as well. I don't know if with the new support you would play Mutants, however, but we'll have to wait and see for their effects. And we have to let all the casual players and, the best crafters work in the lab to see what's up. I really love Deck Theorists. It's probably, before YouTubing, if you guys don't know, Deck Theory was my favorite thing in the game. It actually wasn't even playing. I love just crafting weird decks. And Goatee kind of has this thing about it that just reminds me of old school theory crafting, because Goatee Mutant is something I don't think anyone saw coming. But, you got players in the lab over here cooking up dishes, cooking up recipes, and I love it. Paces, these are about $3, so this card's finally worth something. Woohoo. Wind Up Kin Ultimate Rare. I want to go back and see what this is at. I actually had one I didn't know. These are 42 for Lightly Played, going up to 51 for a near mint here. Now, I am telling you guys very quickly, if it comes to getting a light play for 42 first edition to an unlimited 40, get the first edition. And you guys might be thinking, wait, this is your shop. Wouldn't you want yours to sell? Yeah, but you should get this one, because a first ed lightly played ultimate rare is going to gain a lot more value than a near mint unlimited ultimate rare. And usually, if you get something near mint, it could be lightly played after you play it for a little bit, or if it just hits your binder, it could get like a little bit of damage, all that. With lightly, plus the lightly played could possibly be near mint. You never know, or closer to near mint. Now, NEOS Dark Panther, I don't understand this. Someone's gonna have to explain this to me, but this card's actually bottom, and I've seen nobody talk about it. So once per turn, you select a face-up card on your opponent's side of the field. When this card's face-up on the side of the field, until the end of this turn, this card name is treated as a selected monster's name, and it gets that selected monster's effects. I think that's similar to something. Does it similar to King of the Swamp, where I think that maybe people are playing this as like a mirror match against decks that use fusions like Branded, possibly Tier, who knows, all that. Again, I don't really know, but that's just my theory on it. Now, Unlimited's $2. Cool, right? We're gonna put light plays and we're gonna put near mints here, right? So $2, $3, okay, cool, right? Nothing too major, right? You have first editions here, so you have light plays here for 3 or 4, okay. going up to 5. You have a near mint for 7. Lightly played for 12, 15, 25, 30. This card is on its last legs. If you like getting old school OG super rares, or you want to get this before the buyout really pops off, here you go. This is what you're paying. So I would make sure you have them while you could. Draco Berserker, the 10E. This card is actually really good. When your opponent activates a monster effect as a quick effect, you can just banish it. Really good. Doesn't negate, sadly, but it's a banish, right? Cool. If this card attacking destroys an effect monster on battle and sends it to the graveyard, this card gains attack equal to the destroyed monster's original attack, and it can make a second attack on a monster. So not a second attack in general, but on a plus monster during this battle phase. It's not a bad level 8. I actually think it's really good for being generic, and secret rares are about $6. Going up to about, with that shipping, I'd say it's about $9.76 if my... Wait, hold on. No, it would be $8.76. Okay, my math is pretty bad, guys. $8.75 here. But they're like $5 here, going up, obviously, for secret rares. I mean, this is from the, Chaos Impact, which is an older set. And then 2020 tins, the secret rare here is about getting closer to $8 as well. Really quickly. So if you want this card for $5 and you actually want to play it, which this card actually is pretty good as a generic card overall. It's not broken, but it's a good card. I would actually get this. It's pretty cool. Omen from Phantom Rage here. I told people to get this card at $5-6 because Tri-Brigade play 1 to 2 copies. If it's normal Tri, I could usually play 2. If it's a mixture, they usually try to play 1 instead because of extra deck space. Right over here, I told people first editions at 5-6 is really good here. I thought Phantom Rage was actually very underrated in general. Now you have copies here of near mints for about $9, right? I don't really care about lightly playeds here, so $10 right over here for verified. In fact, I just want to see something. Did that just sell? Hold on, did it just sell like while recording? Yeah, I guess it just sold. Okay. Okay, so yeah, no, you have them for basically $10 now. You had them for $9 about 30 seconds ago, but you guys should have been quicker. $10 here, but it goes up to $15, $18, bottoming out over here. So this card is going up quite quickly because what I always kept telling people as well is that Tri-Brigade, Revolt's still a great card, and Tri is still a very good deck. It's just, it got a little bit of power crept because of Power of the Duelist, and a lot of people, even though decks are good, like to move on eventually. Tri-Brigade's a great deck if you actually like to play it, and it quickly goes up to $18 for secret rares. Paying 10 isn't as good as paying 6, but I could see this card going up to $15 to $25, so I would get your copies while you could. Now, the ultimate rare Dark Panthers, I don't know why this was separate from the other one. I want to look at this because this does have an ulti. These are about, half slobbers are about 85, that's really bad. 105 for lightly playeds. Okay, and then near mints are about 130. Okay, that's going up to 140, 145. That's not too bad here. The sales over here are kind of showing roughly the same thing here for first edition. So first editions aren't spiking up. It's just the supers. So, okay, number 89. I want to go back over this card here. This was $5-6. I said, look, is it going to go down? Probably not. Well, I was wrong. A little bit. So yeah, you have a few cheaper copies here at like $2.85, $3. In fact, I want to see if we go near mints. About 86 listings, 3s, going up to $4 here. It's still Brothers of Legends. There's still a big quantity of this. The card's at least a solid $3 to $4 now, so I don't see it going below 3. Will it go up as we get closer to Shotri-Law? Yeah, this card could probably get another buyout. Now, if you don't have this card, I could see this card going up to $5 to $8 to $10 even. I would just like blow the casket and just, if you somehow don't have them, even though I told you guys many times, just go grab them right now. That's the best thing you can do. The Ascended Thunder here, $3 here. This is just an extender for Shotri-Law. It does have this effect that you could special summon it by paying 3,000 life points, and if the card's summoned this way and stored by a opponent's card, you gain 5,000. So, cool. That doesn't really matter because your opponent's just going to be negging 3k. Which is good, so because 3,000 is actually quite a bit. Dogmatika here, they've gotten some new ritual support that's actually really good, which is cool because I've actually really liked Dogmatika the White Knight as a card. It looked really cool always, and Dogmatika were always pushed towards this ritual type of deck, which I always really liked actually. and I've always wanted to play it, but it didn't work out. Like, I've tried it. I've actually had play tested because I actually want to see how well it would be with Dogmatika invoked Shadal and see maybe I could cut an engine. I wasn't really too sure. It just wasn't worth it at all. With the new support though, I really want to go back to trying to playtest this. $50 for your ultimate rares. This is still so low. It's so funny how bad the player base treats OTS 18. I mean, Ulti Ecclesia, a card that has been meta relevant for a long time. We have Nadir Servant at 3, and this is seen come back with the new ritual support, and players actually want to play the engine with Nadir Servant. They don't want to do it. Now, Fusion Destinies, by the way, 62. Zeus's are 45. If you want your ultis from OTS 18, I would suggest picking these up because in about a year or two's time, these are all going to be triple digits, every single card. Right? Year and a half, worst case scenario. Dogmatika Maximus. I had this in a 5-card time of your trade binder earlier, I believe. I don't think it was the last one. I think it was the one before that. And I told people get this at $5. Well, if you got them at $5, good job, because they have over doubled now. You have them at $12 here, 12, 13s. Now they're 15, going up to $20 for your Dogmatika Maximuses. So if you got them at $5, you made a lot of money. And eventually when they hit the 15s, I mean, you tripled your money. Can't get better than that. Fleur de Ris here is going up as well. You have some lightly played here for like 12s. Well, near mids for 13. You might as well just grab this. 14 for near mids, going up to 16. It's not too bad here. Maximus is a bit of a better card in my opinion, but Fleur de Ris is still pretty good. You have something in your hand that's essentially a Veiler that lets you, not even a Veiler. It's more of an, oh no, it is, because it says during the main phase. Unfortunate. You're able to negate the effects of a face-up monster on the field, and, you're able to boost your stuff if this lives, so it's not bad. The nearest Servant Secret Rares are calming down. These were like 50s, now they're like 38, that's pretty good. Ultras are about 8s, that's not bad. Dogmatika Punishment Secrets, they have that little, like, increase here, but they're still like $2.50, $3. I would get your punishments while you can. Chamber Dragonmaid here from Eternity Code. Now, this card was very low, and I actually had this in my last 5 cards I ever trade binder about a week ago, which you guys really loved, so that's awesome. This card, I told people to get around $20 to $25, something like that. Maybe it was closer to 20. I'm not really too sure on what the price was, but the card's been going up because near mints are 35, going up to 50, 56. Has one page here, is essentially almost bought out, if not already. So if you got your copies, that's really good here. People have been saying that Dragonmaid Bison could also be a thing, and I've seen the OCG doing that and having some success. Will it translate here? I'm not really too sure, but I mean, Dragonmaid's a fan favorite archetype regardless. If you have these, good job. Photon Strike Balancer, 2 level 6s. They're once per turn during either player's turn when a monster effect is activated on your opponent's side of the field. You detach a material from this card, negate the effect, and if you do, 1,000 damage to your opponent. So it's an interrupt that does some burn damage for time. I don't really care about unlimiteds at like $4 here. $3.25 with 99 cents shipping. First editions are $6 here. Okay, if we just go to the near mints here, 6 going up to 10, going up to $13 here. I mean, it's for rank 6s, which rank 6 is kind of an underrated rank in my opinion. We don't actually, when it comes to level 6s, I can't really think of decks that we have that utilize level 6s, because if we did, I feel like this card would have had success being a generic interrupt that does burn damage. So, in time, this could kind of help. If you want this card, it's not bad at $6 for a first edition near mint. It's definitely something to get to rather than later. You have Star Pack commons for 2s, though. Then you have the super rares here. From the tins are like, what, $1 or $2? Yeah, like 70 cents. That's not bad. Beyond the Pendulums are getting more support here. We don't have Electromite, $19 here. I mean, this card was like 10 to 12s here, I believe, on average. Now they're like 18s, closer to 20s. Not bad. Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon here. These are about $35, $36 here for near mints. I'm going to go near mint verified here. 35 going up to like 45. I don't know if this card is good overall. I don't play Pendulums, but it seems kind of good. In my opinion, someone correct me who plays Pendulums if it's bad or not, because I don't. But it looks cool. It's a Chaos Emperor card. They do go up to 55 right over here. The card has always been hard to get. Remember, this was like this, besides the, I believe, I don't know what they're called, the Numeron rares or whatever. But I'm just going to call them the Starlight Rare Utopian, the Starlight Rare 1000-Year Dragon here. Astral Rare. That's what it was called. Astral Rare. This was probably like the biggest chase card. This and Invocation. For like actual cards you could pull here. Yeah, it was this an Invocation. Jackalope was a cool reprint at the time, actually. You know, and this was a big chase card, actually, I remember as well. But with the reprint, kind of killed it overall. With Secrets at 3 aren't too bad here. Then you have some, like, a little bit of other value here. The Angela kind of pushed the set a tiny bit at the time. But not good. Oh, these are like $1 already. Funny enough, I actually told people that this was not a bad penny stock at the time for like a quarter. If you got $1.50, that's pretty good. Nimble Angler here. People will be playing this with not only the new support, but in Sprite. These are like $10 for your comments. I actually had a bunch of these, and I just blew my casket at 4. So I guess I made a mistake, but I got them for essentially free, so I'm happy. Nimble Beaver here. These are about 3 still. Nimble Mega Hamster. Now, I will warn people, this card is not played in Sprite, right? This is not why this card is worth money. It's worth money because of older formats, right? Because there's certain decks you can play with this. These are about, first select plays are like $5.86 here. Near mints are like $8 up to $11, going up higher here. I mean, lightly plays for $5.86 with no shipping is actually pretty good. Supers are worth a little bit of money here as well, but I would just grab the secret rares. Elemental Hero NEOS here, coming out of the 2006 Collector Tin. Someone told me to look over this card because it's going to the moon for near mints. And, I mean, I'm seeing near mints here 23, just seeing here, yeah. You know, 25 here, which seems very fair. Lightly played and near mints. So lightly played are about 12. So, okay. Not bad. Goes up to 35 very quickly, going up to $90. Okay. This is really stupid. I get that's NEOS, but yeah, that's a lot. That's a little too much here. If you want to get your lightly playeds here for like 12s, 13s, and call it a day, yeah, I would do that. Majestic Star Dragon Ghost Rare here. My boy Jimmy Haas said, yo, peep this. 52 for lightly played unlimiteds. Pretty good. Honestly, for an unlimited, that's very, very cheap. Near mid 62, going up to 75. I know that with Stardust Overdrive, it's all about first edition. I understand that. But for an unlimited Majestic Star Dragon, a collector Ghost Rare from 5Ds, I mean, that's really cheap. First editions, I just want to check out every condition here. Damage are 100. Rather have a near mint for 62. There's no mods on the market here. Lightly played 680. 685. Okay, so near mints are 685. The cards, that's a lot better than what it was. This actually, this is actually a lot more affordable because I remember this card being closer to 1,500 to 2,000s. Like, that's what this card was, like $1,300, $1,000, right? You know, this card is, people are understanding that this card was way too much, honestly. And it's kind of going back to more closer to Majestic Nova, which is really great here. So if you guys got this card, or you want this card, you know, maybe set up a small fund to like accumulate it eventually. You know, I'm not gonna say it's the best card to get 600. You can definitely spend it on other cards to get a lot more profit. But if you're like an old school collector and this is a card that you have to skip because it's 1,000 plus, you know, when it comes to cards being worth a K or not, sometimes you just skip it, right? It's not really worth it. Now, Shooting Majestic Star Dragon here, $98 here. But yeah, put a little fun, maybe try to buy this. I might even. $110 going up to for your Starlight Shooting Majestic here. Card looks gorgeous. I actually think that this is a card that's a bit underrated. I will be actually playing this in deck and giving you guys a deck profile on the channel eventually for this deck. And I will see, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this market watch. If you guys did, smash that like button, subscribe. I'm going to go get something to eat because honestly, I'm hungry. I don't know if you guys are hungry. You guys will probably eat while watching my market watches, getting some snacks. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what I'm looking over in the next market watch. There will be a live stream tomorrow at 10 p.m. Central. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.